Hello guys, back again, and THQ is going to be back. Now THQ, obviously everybody knows THQ's history. If you follow the company, THQ originally was founded in 1989. It was founded by a co-founder of LJN, which everybody knows LJN Games. Most people know them for what they consider bad video games, but they did make some good ones. And all their stuff was pretty much branded merchandise, like branded known things, Friday the 13th, Back to the Future, Jaws, games like that. Which he went on to make THQ, which ironically was funny that when he left THQ, he went on later to make Jack Pacific. He's a busy man making companies. But in this case, we're talking about THQ. And I kind of like to see old-time game development companies stay around, especially ones where you may have played their games in the past. It's kind of a shame Midway went away, because Midway did mean something before they went really bad. The last 4 years or so before they basically fell off the earth and just were just putting out stuff that was bad and known to be bad before they finally, went away. Or Data East, companies like that meant something. Well, Jack Pacific will be back because Nordic Games this fall will be bringing back the THQ name on their games. Now, I'm just wondering how long it'll be before Nordic Games becomes THQ. It would kind of make sense, but then again, they also acquired Joe Wood Studios, and you probably don't know who Joe Wood is. They were a small developer of games. That was their first acquisition a couple years ago, and now they basically went out before they actually acquired the THQ name. They went out and they acquired, after all the auctions were done, they acquired all of THQ's remaining assets and games, like Darksiders, for example. But looking at this list of stuff they did acquire, so now that they own THQ name, one of the games they are bringing back that has already been announced is MX versus ATV Supercross. That's actually supposed to come out sometime this year. That'll technically be their first game they're going to release, and it'll be released underneath the THQ name. They did say at GameCon they'll have further news about other games and stuff they will release. But looking at this list of THQ, so basically they own Titan Quest from THQ. They own the Red Faction series. Of course, they own, I already said, MX versus ATV. They own, they acquired Frontlines, Fuel War. They own Destroy All Humans. They own Deadly Creatures. They own Full Spectrum Warrior, Summoner. And so they do have some games they could play with or release games of if they wanted to. Obviously, the Darksiders being probably the biggest one they currently have. Outside of Red Faction, that is a big one. Granted, the last game, some people were so on, but so Nordic Games has kind of gone from a little developer to a developer, as they've even said. A lot of attention has been put on them since they bought, was known that they got stuff from THQ. Now they do own THQ's Facebook page, and in June 10th when they announced, the MX versus ATV, people kind of thought it was a joke. And then once people realized it wasn't, they were asking, when's Darksiders 3? And the response to that was, well, we don't want to make a bad sequel. We want to take our time. So we'll make announcements when that's the proper time. So right now, THQ will be back. You will see THQ games on the shelf again. And it is kind of cool. And it is a shame when you really look at THQ, because THQ, ultimately the U draws what did THQ in, because they released it on the Wii, and it wasn't so bad that they released it on the Wii. It did alright. It did so-so. It didn't do great numbers, but it wasn't a total disaster. But then at the same, they had already developed the PS3 and Xbox 360 version. They put those two out, and they did nothing. And they had millions of them in the warehouse, and it just basically, that ultimately destroyed the company. And it was a shame, because when they actually went under, they were actually, video game-wise, they were starting to get on a roll. With the Darksiders 1 and 2, with Saints Row. They had, as a company, they were starting to get on a roll, straighten everything out on the game side, but it was too late. And on the bright side for the industry, because of this fire sale, a lot of companies got a lot of games. 505 Games bought Draw to Life. Of course, Homeworld got bought by Gearbox. It allowed third-party developers to actually kind of own their own franchises and games, which is good for them because now they own it. They don't have to share that piece of the pie with the publisher anymore. They are the ones who make the games. But what do you think about the fact THQ is back? Are you happy? Are you sad? Listen, for me, I always saw the THQ name on game boxes, But THQ never fully resounded with me, except for WWE games, I guess, because that's what I probably played the most of what they made. I've always meant to play Darksiders, never had a chance, so I heard it was good. I never really played Red Faction. I thought about, but never got around to it. So it is good they're back, and maybe this time the company will be done right. I know this company wants to stay small teams; they don't want to get really big, and that'll be a good thing for them. So hope to hear your guys' thoughts about the return of THQ on game shelves. Anyway, guys, like always, thanks for liking, favoring, subscribing. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later.